Thank you for attending this session. My name is Parminder Basran. I am a Counselor for Communications for MPWB, and I'm pleased to present our presentation to ICRO 3 on our Open Syllabus Project. A central challenge for any medical physics trainee is access to high quality and relevant content. This challenge is perhaps more acute for those in low to middle income countries, not only because of limited access to the content, but the learning objectives for those in LMICs may be different from those in high-income countries. What is also challenging is that different credentialing medical physics training bodies can have different objectives and different competency profiles. There are a large number of freely accessible medical physics online training content, such as the IPEM website, I Treat Safely, and other online resources. But a challenge a medical physics trainee faces is whether these materials are relevant and sufficient for their training. At MPWB, we see this challenge as an opportunity where we hope to answer the question of how might we be able to establish a relevant, vetted medical physics syllabus for low to middle income countries, or for anyone for that matter, that links relevant learning objectives with online educational resources. We address the challenge of linking online and freely accessible content, such as PDFs of reports, instructional YouTube videos, task group reports and such, with the learning objectives which address the competencies in medical physics residency training programs. Figuratively, we want to connect what we learn with where we can get it. This is the Open Syllabus Project. Our deliverables are to develop a single syllabus that captures core competencies in medical physics practice within one of the specialties, coupled to links of online resources and/or assets for publication as a web-based document. We also must require to establish a workflow for updating and monitoring the syllabus and all the associated links. We have started this project with a radiation oncology medical physics specialty, where we hope to connect the learning objectives in the IAEA TCF 37 report with online content. Here is what this looks like. The report is divided into 8 modules: Introduction, Radiation Safety, Radiation Dosimetry, External Beam Dosimetry, Treatment Planning, Brachytherapy, and 2 other modules which we have lumped together here, containing professional aspects of practice including teaching, quality management, leadership, and project planning. Let's focus on one of these modules, the Radiation Dosimetry module. Each module outlines objectives and major competencies to be achieved. Within the module itself, there are sub-modules that cover specific training topics, such as absolute dose measurement calibrations. We identify the online content which covers, for example, absolute dose calibration methods, and hyperlink these to the training topic. The Open Syllabus serves to link these 2 things together in a seamless manner. So where are we with this project? The following describes the timelines and tasks for the project. We've defined a project charter and a project plan with our assembled steering committee, which consists of MPW volunteers and board members. Kathy Ma and myself co-lead this project. While we started this project in 2018, we had a few hiccups along the way, and in January 2019, we assembled a working group to help review and modify the IAEA modules and get to work in finding the online content. Hopefully, by the time of this presentation, we will have completed at least 2 of the modules for testing on the MPWB website. Well, what does this project look like in practice? Here I show what the project looks like under the hood. Consider this module, module number 1, the clinical introduction, which really consists of a very large Google worksheet. This Google worksheet allows many people to contribute to a single document. Within this document, we have defined the objectives, competencies, and core reading lists that you typically would find in the syllabus, the IAEA report that is, along with submodules indicated here with tabs within this worksheet. If we select one of those submodules, shown here, we see that there are specific training topics that are defined. And we can find external links that address that specific training topic, or we can find internal links which we will host on the MPWB server. Note that each of the columns have different headings such as the training topic, external, internal link. There's also descriptors and the type of link or content that that link is connecting to, such as a PDF or a presentation or a YouTube video. This raises the important question of licensing and copyright. This is not a simple issue to resolve, but we have developed a framework for addressing these issues. First, the issue of whether licensing is required for linking to published online content. Generally, if the content is not behind some kind of paywall, no licensing is required by the publisher or the publishing website, provided it can be accessed by anyone. Second, there's the issue of what licensing condition the published Open Syllabus website itself should have. We have adopted the Creative Commons 4.0 licensing condition for material published on our website. What this means is that anyone can access, use, modify content, provided it is not used for commercial purposes, and appropriate credit is given if the website is to be referenced. What about content that professors or lecturers provide for MPWB to host on the MPWB servers? Well, the first thing we would like to do is for contributors to license their work. We would request that all contributors have a licensing condition equal to or less restrictive than the license on the MPWB site itself, i.e., make their material free to use, provided it's attributable and it is not used for commercial purposes. We have provided a means for contributors to sign a licensing agreement, which we describe in the next slide. This is what the licensing condition looks like: free to use, attribute, and for non-commercial purposes. For contributors, we recommend that they sign a permission form to share their content, enabled here with a Google form. Contributors complete and digitally sign this form where they can choose the licensing condition they wish to use, including options for more or less restrictive licensing conditions. What will this website look like? We haven't named the Open Syllabus site yet, but hopefully by the time of this presentation, you will have access to a few of the modules. On the website, there will be a link to all of the modules, and within a specific module, users will be able to jump to a submodule where the training topics are located, along with hyperlinks to the content hosted either internally or externally on another website. This is the most important part of this presentation. There will be no advertisements on this website. There will be no paywalls. Membership is not required to access this website, and no registration is needed to access the content on this website. This is an open access project. To conclude this presentation, MPWB is building a freely accessible online educational resource for medical physics residents, starting with radiation oncology. You can learn more about the Open Syllabus Project by visiting our website at mpwb.org. This work is completely volunteer-driven, and so we are grateful for our module volunteers and our steering committee to help support this project. Thank you for your attention.